Here's the fact. We all love heroes. We do. Marvel, DC Comics, you got a hero, you got someone you love. I got to tell you the one that I love is Superman. Put the picture up there real quick. There he is right there. It's actually Pastor Brian. Look at that. Going out there, golfing 140, whatever you got his score was. But that's the one I love. If you are a Superman fan or any sort of fan, you know anything about Superman, there's one thing that actually weakens him above anything else. And what is it? Kryptonite. And it weakens who he is. What's interesting is that Jesus one day had a conversation with Peter, and he revealed to Peter the very thing that would weaken us in our life. It was our own kryptonite, and the one thing is unforgiveness. What is unforgiveness? It's when someone has offended you or has hurt you, and you fully haven't let go of it yet. It's someone that does something that really just wounds you. A few years ago, I had happen. And man, I was so wounded. I have been through counseling for it. I've sat with mentors. I have done everything I know to do. And there's still a little bit of that inside of me that drives me nuts. And have you ever thought it may be that one little anchor in your life that's actually holding you back from everything God has? Could be that one little thing. But here is Jesus first opening this conversation with Peter. And in my opinion, he's starting to lay down this foundation. You're gonna need to own the forgiveness process. We don't like owning things. Well, they did that to me. Okay, but you need to own the forgiving process. You see the hurt that I went through? I got to own the forgiving process. It's not up to anybody else. And I got to own it whether that person ever apologizes or not. You know what I've noticed? People that we're angry at, most of the time they don't know it, and those that do don't care. And we still stay angry at them. And it holds us back. It's a kryptonite in our life. Forgiveness begins with a reminder of how much Jesus has forgiven you. That's where it starts. Let me tell you something. There's nobody on this planet that has done anything to you or me, combined total, that we by ourselves haven't done to Jesus. We all have made the mistake. We've all blown it. We've all hurt and slapped Jesus in the face with our own life and our sin and our wretchedness. And yet Jesus comes along and says, I've forgiven you for millions of transgressions, and you can't forgive someone for this. You got to release your need for justice. That is a big one. We love the idea of amazing grace, but when God wants us to give it to someone else, it doesn't feel so amazing. Is that right? To forgive is to boldly declare that your life does not belong to the offending party. The emotional torture, the physical torture, you know what unforgiveness does. Man, it creates anxiety for us. Spiritual torture. It was what was happening here and here because we refuse to declare that these people are not gonna have a place in our life. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what happened, but you're gonna have to own it.